The Knicks have finally issued a statement regarding Julius Randle's injury, indicating that he will undergo a re-evaluation in 2 to 3 weeks. According to Tom Thibodeau, Randle has already initiated the rehabilitation process for his dislocated shoulder, and the effectiveness of this rehab will be assessed in the coming 2 to 3 weeks. While Randle aims to avoid season-ending surgery, the decision hinges on finding a balance between strengthening the shoulder sufficiently to prevent re-injury and managing the associated pain if he returns to play. Although I lack medical expertise, considering Randle's determined attitude and his commitment to doing whatever it takes to return to the court, this development seems positive. While it might be premature, it's worth examining the Knicks' next steps in light of this information. Before we move on, we know you wouldn't want to miss out on more exclusive content like this, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the latest in the world of the Knicks. Let's continue. Let's take a step back and talk about this. The Knicks kicked off the season with a simple goal: build on what went down last year. Everyone covering the team was crystal clear about that. No specific orders to outdo the playoff feats of 2023. But both observers and the team agreed. Progress was the name of the game. Keep in mind, nobody was expecting a championship or a finals run this time around. It was more like gearing up for what's coming next. Now, with OG Anunoby joining the squad, you gotta wonder if the game plan has changed. In the 16 games post-trade, the Knicks are sporting a 14-2 record, schooling opponents by 15.2 points per 100 possessions. Just to put it in perspective, the top 14-game stretch for the 2022-23 Knicks happened right after the Josh Hart trade, landing them an 11-3 record with a solid 8.2 net rating. The We Here crew from a couple of seasons back? They pulled off a 12-1 stint in April, clocking in with a hefty 10.9 rating. And back in the 2012-13 season, Melo's crew notched a jaw-dropping 13-game winning streak right before the playoffs, outscoring rivals by a whopping 14.5 points per 100 possessions during that insane run. These stats only cover from 96-97 onward, so we can't dig into the numbers for 93, 94, 92, 93, or the championship era. But hey, it's fair to say this January has been the most dominating stretch in recent franchise history. Sure, we could take their record and rating with a bit of skepticism, given the middle-of-the-pack net rating rank, 18th of the 16 teams they've faced. Still, they've straight-up crushed 2 contenders, outscoring them by a whopping 74 points in this run. No beating around the bush. This team is the real deal. But can they really be seen as legit enough to change priorities, especially with the recent Randle news? We can't predict for sure, but looking back over nearly 4 years of Leon Rose's leadership, the front office consistently makes moves weighing both short-term and long-term impacts. So, what's the deal now? To put it simply, they won't make a trade that seriously weakens their position in the upcoming summer or beyond. Case in point, the reported requirement that any Fournier contract trade must bring back another deal extending into next season, ensuring the necessary outgoing salary for future trades. Even in the face of a potential 50-win season, Leon and company are keeping their eyes on the bigger prize. With this mindset, if they think Randle will be back before the regular season ends, and possibly within a month, it's highly unlikely they'll make a trade specifically to address the void he leaves. In other words, they won't actively be on the lookout for big forwards in the market that they wouldn't have already been interested in before the injury. However, one can't help but wonder, if there was a player they were undecided about acquiring before the injury, would this serve as a tiebreaker in favor of making the move? Our guess is that it might, especially since the team was already struggling with shot creation even before missing Randle and his 30% usage rate since January 1st. We'd also guess that if they were considering multiple targets, ranging from small guards to medium-sized wings, they might now lean towards the larger side of that spectrum, all else being equal. Players like Bruce Brown as an example. Time will tell. Stay tuned for more updates on this story.